I play Minecraft every single day. This is a challenge that started January 5th of 2026, and it's been 135 days so far. We are also grabbing a melon for every subscriber gained, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as we are adding one lucky subscriber to our infamous wall of subscribers every single day. So, like I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and you can be like Jake N4H5T. Oh, and I typed that on the wrong line. Like I said, Jake N4H5T. Welcome to the wall of subscribers. You are now a legend. And in this world, we are building a very nice looking jungle village. But that's besides the point. The point is to challenge myself to something new, something that I think has been long awaited in my life, and that is uploading 20-minute YouTube videos every single day. I think YouTube is something that I could see myself doing for the rest of my life, and I definitely enjoy it. There's no ifs, ands about it. You know, I really have enjoyed every single moment of this series so far, and every single moment of building a YouTube community and communicating with all of you in the comments section. There's nothing short of enjoyment in this journey so far. And I think for today, we have this nice boat build that we basically finished, I would like to say. I think I need to add some lanterns right there. And we made some lanterns yesterday, but if you watched the video, you know we had some technical difficulties. Our power cut out a few times, and oh, we didn't lose our lanterns. Nice. I thought we lost all our lanterns. We lost a few building blocks. That's okay. You know, this is a 365-day challenge, and I don't think there's any place for stress in this challenge at all. So we're just going to throw some simple lanterns down here to add some light, and I don't think they look too bad. They look pretty good right there. But I think we may just be able to call this build complete. I'm not sure if there's anything else I really would like to add to it at the moment. This rain is causing us a little bit of lag. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I think that's good. I think also what I wanted to do is we have this nice village over here, and it's coming along very good. But we have our iron golem over there. What's up, big guy? And we have to finish our path right here. This path, you know, it works its way around over to here, but it doesn't work its way all the way around over to here. So I think we have to fill in just this area right here as well for the time being, and then obviously we can leave ourselves a little space because we are planning on upgrading our starter base next, which is right there. And that's been there since day 3, day 4, I think. So it needs an upgrade. We also have whatever this is going on right here. So let's move this over somewhere else, and hopefully we get everything in here in our inventory close enough. But let's empty some of this stuff out. We got a packed out inventory right now. I do want to say though, if you have dreams, you know, and you're like me, and you're not necessarily fitting in with the typical way of society, you know, working a 9 to 5, or even just, you know, the standard daily routine. I don't know. I like to think I'm a pretty ambitious person. I have, you know, high goals set for myself. It's tough to really keep yourself in check, but I really am. I like to say I'm an ambitious person. You know, I've taken on this challenge at least of playing Minecraft every single day for an entire year. And there's definitely drive, there's definitely motivation there. But when it comes to a daily routine, like doing the same things over and over again, my mind can't necessarily handle that. And I think there's probably a lot of you in a similar situation where it's like, yes, I can get myself to do the things that I enjoy day in, day out. You know, I go to the gym every day. I play Minecraft every day because I do definitely enjoy it. I play games with my friends. I eat good food every day. I could I love golfing, so I could definitely go golfing every day. I love playing basketball. I could definitely play basketball every day. But when it comes to like working a standard job, your regular 9 to 5, your regularly scheduled program, it's tough to really get myself to do that day in and day out. I think I want to leave these little guys here as well. I don't want to remove that. But it's tough. Like I said, I don't fit in with the standard society norms, I guess you could say. That's just not me. That's not who I am. That honestly has never been me. I've never been one to fit in with the crowd nicely, as you will. I have a great friend group. I have a lot of supportive people in my life, but that doesn't mean that I'm comfortable going to the same job every day. That doesn't mean that I'm comfortable, you know, following the path that I didn't decide on necessarily. If it was up to me, I think in society everybody should do what they love day in and day out. I think if that it's something you don't love or something that you don't really enjoy, you shouldn't be doing it day in, day out just to make a living, just to, you know, follow the path that everybody else imagined for you. I think if you have a path imagined for yourself, you should do everything that you can do in order to achieve that. Um, and it's tough because if you work 8 hours a day, you don't really have time for yourself. And if you work 8 hours a day and then want to do anything else for yourself, it's very difficult to keep yourself to those standards and continuing everything that you planned out for yourself because you're so drained at the end of the day and you can't put your full effort and energy into what you love. And I think everybody should put their effort and energy into what they love before they put it into something that they don't necessarily love. I think priority wise, if it were up to me, I would be spending 8 hours a day playing Minecraft and building this community that I so thoroughly have enjoyed building rather than. And I want to get some stairs for this as well. I forgot about that. We definitely need to add some stairs to this. But rather than building towards something that I may not enjoy nearly as much or may not get fulfillment out of nearly as much as I do this. And sadly, as I've said, with the way society works, it's not as easy to do as you may think. If you have, say, a job that pays your living wage and a job that, allows you the freedom to do something like this, but still takes up all of that time, as I mentioned, it's easier said than done in order to flip your life around and change your outlook on life. I think obviously when you're young, you have so much time, you're not necessarily thinking about these things. But I would like to say that if you are some of my younger audience, I would say do your best to chase your dreams as early as possible. If you have dreams, if you have aspirations, if you have a plan on where you want your life to be in 10 years. And I know it's tough to think because I don't even know where I'm going to be this weekend. So I know it's definitely difficult to think about those things. But if you could just take a little time to think about, where should my life be in 10 years where I would be happy every single day and enjoying every single day as much as the next. I think if you can take the capacity to think about those things, it's well worth your time, and your older self will be thanking your younger self for being mature enough to think about those things. And as I said, I mean, some people work out in the normal 9 to 5 life. Some people are meant for it. Some people are able to tolerate it more than others, I would say, even if they're not meant for it. But me specifically, I would like to say that it's not meant for me. I always say to everybody that I know, if I'm in the same position at this point next year, I probably am not too happy with my progress and my growth. So I try and take a step every day, which is what I've been doing in this channel, to go and accomplish, my life goals, which would be either doing YouTube full time or, enjoying my life full time. And I think YouTube has been a great thing for me specifically. And I think we're going to cut this path off here because I think we're probably going to work on building this tree right here. And to do that, I think I want more of like a circular platform, maybe. So let's try and outline, like, where would we want this tree to be? I think let's start from the middle, which would probably be right here. If we were to center this tree, the base of this tree would be somewhere in this area, I believe. It would be somewhere in this 4x4 square, would be my guess. So then building outwards, we would go here, here, right here. And then I think this will probably be our circular spot for where we put our custom tree that has been thoroughly awaited. I've never built a custom tree before, as I've said, so it's going to be an interesting thing to do and an interesting challenge to take on, but a challenge nonetheless, and a challenge that we are more than prepared for. If there's anything that I've prepared myself for in this challenge and in life, it's the unexpected. I try and be as ready as possible for the unexpected. You can't expect what life throws at you on a daily basis. There's millions of loopholes, millions of different kinds of challenges that you may face on a daily basis. And I think that should be a good base for our tree right there. And I think maybe even cutting this in one more would do it a little more justice. A little less of this, I guess, squarish circle shape. I don't really know what to call it. It's Minecraft. There's no such thing as circles in Minecraft, but you kind of create the illusion of a rounded shape through using squares. But yeah, as I was saying, life is difficult. That's step one, is realizing life is not easy. And I think a lot of people would agree with that statement. I don't think there's many people who would disagree with that statement. It's just, that's what it is. I mean, if it was easy, everybody would be doing everything that they love in life. And you don't really see that as often as you would think if it's that easy. And I think what we're going to do is just outline this with some wood. And then obviously we're going to have this kind of balcony right here. So we're going to drop that down one. That should be good right there. And then we need some stairs for this spot right here. We're going to make another crafting table because we just had to here and then threw them down in our inventory room. So, oh, and we had stairs. Nice. Did not realize that. But this will be somewhat blended as well as we can, I think. We're obviously not going to be able to blend this perfectly. And I did add some wood slabs over here, so maybe we have to add some more wood slabs to this path that we just kind of worked on a little bit. And let's go ahead and do that. So we'll throw some wood in here, and there. Something like that. And that'll be pretty nice, I think. And then we also have to connect this. And to do that, we're just going to merge this a little bit with our standard path blocks. And then I think right here is where we're going to cut it off into just wood and turn this into more of this balcony feel, as I was saying. So we're going to use slabs for this. And I am planning on building some, or creating some building tutorials in the near future. So let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd like to see, because I think a lot of you have said that you've taken inspiration from my builds, and I do really love to hear that because I put a lot of thought and effort into my builds. And I think a lot of them come out pretty nice. A lot of them could use a little work, but a lot of them have come out pretty nice so far. And this is going to be where our tree is, as I said. And we might have to put a grass block here just to grow some grass here. And I do have a grass block because we've had a few Endermen drop them. I also do have a Silk Touch axe. Didn't really think about that too much, which we could use to get some more grass blocks if we need. But let's just plant one grass block there, and that should do the job and spread around and whatnot. But let's see what we can do over here. And oh, I don't want that. I don't want that dirt to show there, so we're going to use full blocks on this side, and we could also use some wood here and there, or some stairs, I mean. We do not need these, but we do need these. And I think our path has been coming out pretty nice. Let me know what you think in the comments. And also, I mean, this has been a, so far, 135-day journey, as I was saying. And I feel like we've accomplished a good amount, but this is probably the thing that I've accomplished the most throughout this year. So let me know what you've accomplished so far in 2026, and I'd love to hear it. You know, I'd love to hear what you guys are all working on in your daily lives and how your daily lives are going. And maybe also throw in there like where you want to see yourself at the start of 2027. I know it's a tough question. Like I said, I mean, I can't even picture what I'm going to be doing this weekend. But I think if you could just take the time to think about that question, it could help you in life and also, you know, give you a little direction towards something to work for. If you're not really sure, just taking a little time to think could it could bring you something that, you know, you never would have imagined in a year. I mean, 2027, it sounds crazy, I know. It feels like 2017 was just yesterday, but 2027, it's coming fast. I mean, the years don't wait for anybody. Time moves fast. Time doesn't wait. Time never stops. There's no going back. There's only going forwards. And I always said, like, this might be getting a little deep, but I always said if there was a way to time travel, I don't think we'd have the ability to go backwards. I think the only way to go would be forwards. Like I said, I know it's getting a little deep, but that's my thoughts. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If we ever discovered time travel, you think we'd be able to go backwards? I think forwards would be the only direction. I don't think we were meant as a species to go backwards in time and change things. I think that's part of life. I think that's a huge lesson in life is there's no going back. There's only going forward. So that's always my thoughts on that topic specifically. And I didn't think, but we could have added some dirt as well. And we had a little bit of technical difficulties yesterday, so I am going to go a little bit over the time limit today until we get towards the daytime. I don't like starting the videos at night. It doesn't feel like the beginning of the day. You know, it's like it should be like a good morning. How's everybody doing? Even though these videos aren't posted in the morning. Okay, and speaking of, let us go and reset our sleep timer. Don't get me. Oh. We clutched that. We clutched that for sure. Okay, so we got our sleep timer reset. Now let's go take these guys out. How about a little flying? Oh, no. That would have been cool. Come on, buddy. Come get some, or get none. I didn't even hit you. Okay, come get some over here in the more open area where I can see you better. Oh, he's scared. He's scared. He doesn't want none of this. Okay, he should because I can't even hit him. We're going to take these guys out. And then it looks like the sun is rising. Got one. How you doing over here, pal? You want... Oh, he's scared of the cat. Nice. This guy. Let's get this guy's attention. Hey, I see you, bro. I mean, if you don't want to come get some, that's on you. I thought your job was to come down and annoy me. That's what you're put here for. I don't like phantoms. If you're new here, just know I don't like phantoms. And if you made it this far in the video, comment, I hate phantoms. Because who doesn't? It's only the truth. It is only the truth. That's the comment of the day. And also, if you made it this far in the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and hype the video. Hyping the video definitely helps the channel a lot. But I'm loving our world. Just walking around, it feels so peaceful. It feels so relaxing, especially when phantoms aren't chasing you. It looks nice, especially with the sun rising. Very proud of this so far, and we are soon to put up that 4,000 subscriber plaque. So, like I said, make sure to hit that subscribe button so we could get another subscriber plaque. But that is the end of day 135, and I will see you tomorrow for day 136.